Well, hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and thank you so much. This is Agent Wealth Success, and I appreciate you coming to learn more about how you can grow your business as well as grow your wealth. And today, it's going to be about how to have passive income in real estate. And there's many different ways to do that, and we're going to talk about some specific ways. I also have Victor Mata with us. Victor, welcome to the show.
Hi, Dr. Hank.
And can you tell them, you're a real estate agent, can you tell them a little about your history with real estate and where your business is now and what you'd like to, and the next step you're looking for about passive income?
Yes, of course. So a little bit about me is that, once I graduated from college, I wanted to go ahead and I was looking for a different career path. And so I stumbled upon real estate through the investing side. And so after doing, seeing how that worked and the numbers and stuff like that, I was really interested in actually pursuing that as a career. And so, I went ahead and got my real estate license. And so now I went ahead and joined your team. And so now, my business is really, it's growing a lot, which is, thank you for that. And so, I'm happy that I'm getting a lot of transactions and sales and closings and stuff like that. One of the other revenue sources that I want to explore is, actually growing my team and, helping help them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so I'm going to show you. And again, Victor is a real estate agent, not a real estate broker, but he's saying, hey, how can I grow my team? And in fact, I'm going to show you today, Victor, on how you can grow your team, not only locally here, but on a national basis. And I actually have a team that has just about every state in the United States I have agents in. And it's really, really just a blessing. And to be clear that we're right in the middle of the pandemic as we are recording this. And most agents, aren't doing any business. And how many deals did you close just last month, for example?
There's about 3 deals that I closed last month, and I have a couple that are in the pipeline right now. I actually have a couple of buyers that just submitted a contract, and it got executed today. So I'm still, yes, business is still going strong, and so I'm really interested. One of the benefits with EXP is, and a lot of agents within EXP, tell me that they are making passive income through, what EXP provides, and that's, having a team.
Yeah, that's great. And so I will share with you on how that goes. And just as background, that where all this came from is that we basically have 5 patented steps under my umbrella that nobody else in the nation that we know of, has. And it all starts with mindset. And so I'm a mental scientist, and I provide the mindset. We also have lead programs and all kinds, like I have a referral program. In fact, Victor, you use that referral program in order to really start building your business. And that was where did you go to school?
I went to the University of A&M, Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M. And that's where you've gotten some of those leads. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I'm really utilizing, especially what you had mentioned in previous meetings, that the demographic is changing as far as the buyers, because it's more focused on millennials, because those are the group that's actually starting to buy. And so I was thinking about it, and I graduated from A&M, so I'm just kind of capitalizing on that, and even going further as to tell about that I'm a realtor within those groups at A&M. So I'm just trying to build upon those relationships, following up with people, and just trying to help them out in any way I can.
That's awesome. And so that just shows you folks on that with this lead program that it actually really delivers business. And again, Victor closed 3 deals last month. It's brand new agent. And then training and development. And so that was part of that training actually is, identifying your niche and millennials is that niche. And, we have all kinds of things. Tuesdays, we have our live class with our mastermind for all real estate professionals. And then Wednesday, health, wealth, and success for everybody in your sphere of influence. And then on Thursday, we share all the specifics of the GPS to your success. But again, today, we're going to look at step number 5, but just so you know, step number 4 is savings and investments. We have ways to help you with that. But where Victor came to me and why we're doing the show is here we have a brand new agent, successful agent, immediately right out of the gate, if you will. And now he's saying, hey, I want to have more and I want to have this passive income. And so one of the things that I share with our agents is the world has changed. It really has changed in the last few months. And we're taking advantage of that. We're looking for the opportunities to be able to serve, help more people with first responders and all kinds of programs. So if you don't know, you need to know about all the different things. And you don't necessarily have to be with EXP in order to enjoy many of these different programs that we have. You can be wherever you want to be, if you will. But we provide a very unique opportunity to have 3 streams of income. So first of all, your business is going to grow, and that's with America's Best Training and Leads program. Your wealth is going to grow, and that's public stock and different investment opportunities that we have. And then passive income. And that's where Victor came and he said, hey, I want to start hitting number 3 because actually you've already gained some public stock now, that
Yes.
in first closing that we give you a stock, an Nasdaq public stock. So he has 1 and 2, just literally, and I love this idea about right out of the gate, Victor just said, hey, I'm going to go do this. And so he did 1, 2, and he asked me, how do you do number 3? So I figured, you know what, I'd share the good news, not only with Victor, but with all of you. And so we're going to learn about that. And real specific strategies to invite agents and brokers. And let me just share with you that understand that this will take very little time. In fact, I only recommend Victor and to all of you that want to join the party and join the wealth, if you will, in this abundance, that I would only invest an hour or 2 per week. And I have agents that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month in passive income based on doing this. And again, we have different strategies to be able to do it. And it could be you buying apartment buildings, and we have the money to do that we would give you passive income. I have a lady with passive income on an apartment building that's making about, I think it's like $12,000 a month, because we're making 24 grand a month on it, but we split that with the agent that finds it. So there are other ways, but we're going to specifically talk today about inviting agents to hear the good news. And so a few things is, it's not going to take much time, and you're going to make a lot of money. There's an opportunity for you, like Victor, to make more money than you've even dreamed of, and more money than probably you would have ever done as an investor or whatever. And I'll show you the specifics of that. But I first wanted to get into some of the strategies on. The key is to invite agents and brokers. So where would you be inviting them? You'd be inviting them to me to see me. So you don't this is not recruiting, folks. And Victor, more good news, you don't have to take care of this team. Once you have this team, that we have 350 people that will take care of your people about all the real estate stuff. So you don't have to play broker and up at 7 o'clock in the morning taking calls till 11 o'clock at night. Now, you can choose, though, on maybe some agents and or brokers that you would want to work with and develop a specific team to do that. But the team that I think you primarily want is a team where you can make lots of money from them and not to have to do any work or time. Is that correct?
Right, of course.
So that sounds good. So the first kind of thing, and I would actually write this down, and for you, Victor, and for everybody, is the magical sentence. It's all about the invitation. It's about inviting. You have to ask to receive. And what you would do is you would say, I know this Dr. Hank guy. He's a guru in real estate. And the key here is that he helps real estate agents and brokers increase their business and wealth. And that is really key. Like, if you get anything out of this whole thing, just memorize this, have it off the tip of your tongue. I would say it, I would repeat it like 20 times today when you get off, Victor, and everybody else, that, oh, I know this Dr. Hank, he's a guru of real estate who helps real estate agents and brokers increase their business and wealth. That's the main thing. And then you could go back, then the next question you could ask, let's say they just go, oh yeah? And then you say to them, would you like to increase your business and wealth? Okay, and again, you can play with this to make sure that it's you talking and it's comfortable with you on this, but this will give you the base of what you want to talk about, and that is you want to increase your business and wealth. Because quite frankly, that's how we can help them most. Other than my mindset training, I can help people increase their health, and I just helped someone to increase their they had Crohn's disease and help them with that. It's a horrific intestinal disease, whatever, and so I could do all kinds of other things, okay? But the main thing that we're talking about, especially today, is, hey, would you like to increase your business and wealth? And so if the answer is yes, then you will want to, yes, I'd like to increase my business and wealth. And then you would invite them to me. So there's many different ways to invite them to me. So for example, that, well, Dr. Hank on Tuesdays has a mastermind group, and I'd like to invite you to that mastermind group. And by the way, they may say, oh, well, I don't know. And usually people are thinking I'm a coach, and I'm not a coach. I am a coach, but I don't charge. So, that's what I'm mainly looking for. I'm not selling anything, okay? I am blessing people. And the best attitude that you could have for this, Victor, and everybody, is that you want to share the good news. You want to bless other people, because this is the biggest blessing I personally have ever seen in real estate, where we can have an opportunity to increase our business, to increase our wealth, and to do it in three ways: to increase your commissions, just like Victor did, to start building your wealth like stock, like Victor has done already in just the last couple of months, okay? And then thirdly, now to be able to grow your passive residual income, where money comes in every month, wired into your account every month. So you could invite them to the Tuesday event. You could invite them to the Wednesday event, and that's health, wealth, and success. Now, that they wouldn't get too much real estate stuff in. So my counsel would be that if it's a Monday and you decide on Monday you meet an agent, you're closing with an agent, you say, hey, by the way, I know this guru, Dr. Hank, a guru of real estate, Dr. Hank guy, and he helps agents increase their business and wealth, and doesn't cost you anything. He gives it all away. He's independently wealthy. And would you want to come to his mastermind group? He has a mastermind group tomorrow, and I bet it'll increase your business just by going to this one thing at noon Central Time. And so that's a great way. And again, I'm sharing kind of the verbiage you do so that, you kind of write down and embrace, what you like. Now, the other option is, and remember, there is health, wealth, success. So if you want to invite him to all three, okay. But right now, most people are just at home and probably at, noon Central Time that they have the time to go to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Most people will say they don't have the time, they really do, but they won't make the time, if you will, for you. So, so you could do Monday, you could do the Tuesday, but then for sure, if you do anything, you want to invite them to the Thursday event. The Thursday event is the GPS to your real estate success, where they will see those 5 ways of mindset, of lead programs, of everything, and it's all under $100, and you never pay me anything. I'm not getting any of that under $100, thing. And you're going to literally get thousands of dollars. You'll have me as a coach and give you magical sentences and all kinds of things. And here's a great example. Am I available? Well, Victor, when did you ask me to about this? When did you want to know about how to expand your passive income? When did you ask me?
Last night.
And here we are doing a live show, okay? That's how how responsive I am to my agents and brokers, to help coach them, to help give them the information, my resources, etc. So know that that is true for you too. So now what I did is I shared with you that you're going to go to agents, and the invitation is the most important thing. And I would just talk about increasing their business and wealth, and how a way to do it. And I don't care if you use my name or the Guru of Real Estate, that whatever it is, whatever you feel most comfortable. Hey, I got a system here that, or I have Dr. Hank, or I have a Guru of Real Estate, or whatever you say. But most people are interested in increasing their business and wealth. And I know no other real estate opportunity of any kind that pays as much as this, the whole GPS to your success on it. Now, let's say that they say, no, I don't want to do that, and you say, well, would you want to meet with Dr. Hank personally, one-on-one? Because if so, you can go ahead and set up a meeting with me. So you would basically just send a text with the 3 of us, or if you're on the phone with the person, just 3-way me in. And, I'm not always answering the phone, like right now, I'm not going to answer the phone, but I am responsive. I'll get back to you, quickly. And so I think when Victor first, did that last night, I was back to him within 10 minutes, and then plan this, for the next day. And so another way, again, is to just hook them directly with me. Now, it's not the most effective way of my time, and you want to mainly just get them to the GPS on Thursday. But if they're not going to do anything else, in fact, if you have a really powerful agent, or you have a broker that's, has a lot of agents, whatever, I would suggest you first call me. And we talk about, hey, how to talk to that broker, to that agent, because we'll probably have a one-on-one with them. So I just shared this good news with a real powerful agent, one-on-one I did on the GPS to your success I shared with them. And they joined under my umbrella. And then they have a broker. And so he then connected me with the broker. And so this guy, within the first month of him being under my umbrella, is going to have 200 agents under him. Why? Because the broker has 200 agents. And that's how you become independently wealthy, which I'm going to show you with the specific business model on how that plays out. So there's a lot of different ways. The last one I'm going to share with you. Now, I have a friend, his name is Brent Gove. And Brent Gove has over 4,000 agents. And basically all he did was invest on a Friday afternoon, an hour or two. And he would contact agents. And he would say, hey, I got this, real estate opportunity to increase your business and wealth. Would you like to look at it? And what you would do is you would give him this. Can you see this? DocHankWebinar.com, DocHankWebinar.com. That is the GPS to your success and it is, it's the recording of it. And so what you would do, so you could do this, if you have an agent on the phone or a broker on the phone and you say, hey, I got a real estate opportunity for you and I'd like to get your opinion on it. And that, I'd like you to write down that sentence, that I have a real estate opportunity and I'd like to get your opinion on it, because you want to know what is their opinion on this. That is one of the best ways to get them to any of it. And so then you could just invite them to the Thursday event, okay? So back to what Brent Gove did, is he said, hey, I got a real estate opportunity and I'd like you to take a look at it. Then, he would say, hey, are you available tomorrow morning at 10? And if they say no, would you be available, tomorrow at 2, or whatever. But they lock them in on a time and a day. And right before, so let's say the agent says, yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow will be fine. So again, you called an agent, you said, listen, I'd like to have your help. I have a new real estate opportunity and I'd like to get your opinion on it. Wow, cool, yeah, I'd be happy to help you. Great, could you meet me tomorrow at 10? They say yes. Then you text them a little before 10 and you say, make sure you're in front of your computer. And again, I would write this down. You're in front of your computer with a good connection and go to dochankwebinar.com and I'll call you at 10. So when you call them at 10, you say, hey, are you up on that dochankwebinar.com? And what you do is you watch it with them. The reason why you want to watch it with them is to hold them accountable that they're watching, right? Because if you just send it to somebody, who knows whether they see it, who knows if they see the whole thing, et cetera. And if you call them back, they just go, oh, yeah, I'm not interested. And they don't even know what they're, interested in. And remember, this is, Victor, about blessing people. This is a way to bless people. So we're not, playing any this is a way to share the good news. Another way to look at saying, it's a way to bless people, share the good news, and also a way to bless you and your family and forevermore. And because again, the way that this model is. And so Brent Gove did that, and in 8 months, he had 68 agents, and he basically quit. He said, hey, that's it. I don't need any more. And he has a lunch and learn, whatever, like once a week. But, he was done, because you'll see in the model that you just need 40 agents. Well, those 68 agents grew to 4,000, and now he makes a 6-figure income a month, which means he makes over $100,000 a month. And all he did was invest an hour or two on Friday to call agents and tell them, hey, I got a real estate opportunity, and you do, the biggest real estate opportunity there is, and that I'd like to get your opinion, because you definitely want to get their opinion on that. Hopefully their opinion is, hey, I like that. I want to be part of this. So questions up to this point?
No, I'm actually writing all of what you're saying down, so that way I can just refer back to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's how to do it. But the next question is, who am I talking to? Where do I get these agents from and everything? It's like, okay. So where are you going to get agents? Well, Victor, you had 3 closings last month. You got 2 coming up. That's 5 agents. That there's an agent on the other side, is that correct?
Yes.
On those deals, yeah. So right there, those 5 agents, so those 3 agents that you close with, I would call them up and I'd say, hey, you know what? I really enjoyed working with you and your professionalism. You were just awesome. And I had you on my mind, and I have this real estate opportunity, and I'd like to get your opinion on it. Would you be available on Thursday at noon Central Time to take a look at this real estate opportunity and see if you'd have an interest and then give me your opinion on it. And so there you go. You already have 5 agents to be able to go to. Where else? Well, if you weren't brand new, then most agents, by the way, have switched brokers 3 to 5 times, okay? So they know their old broker, and I don't care if they haven't been, in front of them or whatever. If you have ever bought or sold any house or did a lease with an agent and you have that agent's number, you just call them and say, hey, I wanted to thank you for the way you did that lease, or thank you for the way that, you were my broker before then, and I need some help. Another great way to start out after you compliment them. So step 1 would be, say hi, compliment them. Hey, I really enjoyed, being with you, and it was really great. My clients are happy. I'm happy, whatever. And hey, I was wondering if I could ask you for some help. And they say, yeah, I have a real estate opportunity, and I'd love to get your opinion on it. You'd be available on Thursday at noon to take a look at that, so you can give me your opinion on it. And so again, they can do it. There are agents. So you might have been, like Victor, were you live in class when you took your real estate license?
Actually, yes, I went to the actual classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have, can you recall any people that weren't agents but going to classes at all? Do you have any of their?
Yes, yeah, I talked to a few people that were also taking the class and actually have their contact info.
Cool. So there you go. There's a couple others. For the rest of us that, if you didn't do your license, you probably have done in the last year some training. So think about training that you've been in the room with other real estate agents or brokers, okay? Another way is to just think of, again, this wouldn't be applicable to you, Victor, but for most everybody else, think about agents that you're working with right now in your own brokership. Think about your broker. And again, brokers, I'd like you to come to me first and then we can do it. Reason why I do that is typically brokers don't want to talk to a real estate agent, about some real estate opportunity, but when they do, or they have no problem talking with another broker about a big time real estate opportunity. And this is a way I'm talking to a broker right now that was going to just retire, and they have hundreds of agents, and they were going to retire and then start a title company to have some income coming up, but they're just burnt out, and they're sick and tired of 7-Eleven every day and all that stuff. And so when I showed them this model, they said, oh my God, I can get passive income. I don't need to start a title company. I don't need a place to get other passive income or other income that, and it's even better that it's passive. So there's lots of areas to find them. Another strategy is on LinkedIn. So Victor, I'm gonna share with you, because you've had a couple of closings, means you have a little cash in the bank. And so for just $8 an hour, I have a guy that will go into your LinkedIn. You just share with them your LinkedIn information. So I went, his name's JR, and I went to JR and I gave him all my contact information on LinkedIn. And he doesn't really know real estate or anything. I just tell him exactly what to do. Well, I have the sentences, the key, and I've spent thousands of dollars on all this, by the way, and for you, it's free. So I have the key sentences on how to connect with real estate agents, okay? So he knows how to do it. JR knows how to go LinkedIn, and then, goes to the search bar and he does real estate agents. And you can do this yourself. You don't need to pay $8 an hour. You know, I'd rather have you go have fun and go play in the park and have more closes, okay, than sit on LinkedIn and do this. But, if you're just sitting there watching TV or whatever, that I have some some very effective sentences on how to connect with agents And so you do a search on agents, and then you connect with them. And I have the sentences that will be helpful to get people to connect. And then I have a follow-up sentence on how to be able to get them off of LinkedIn. The whole objective of the social media for us is to get people off of social media and into our phone, talk to them, meet with them, Zoom meeting with them, whatever. But what you want to do is build relationships with agents. So again, it's a LinkedIn strategy. You can ask me, afterwards, whatever, or you can email me. My email is drhank@drhank.biz. You can just email for me, hey, what are those best sentences to connect with agents on LinkedIn? And most agents, by the way, are on LinkedIn. And you can do this anywhere in the nation, too. It's just so cool because remember, you're now a super broker, Victor, and for all of you that are joined under my umbrella, you're a super broker, and you can invite any agents, any brokers in the United States, anywhere, and you can have them come, and you'll be paid thousands of dollars for every agent that you bring. And again, I'll share with you those specifics. So hearing the LinkedIn strategy and how to, where do I find agents? Any thoughts, comments about that?
No, yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. Yeah, that's definitely. I'm writing all this down, like I was saying.
Yeah.
So closings, and then prior, if I was a part of a broker, classes, and then also LinkedIn. And it's very true. In order to talk to somebody, you have to get them off of social media.
Yeah, right. And I always like this and to go even a step beyond that is the first thing for you to get anything, for any of us to get anything we want in this world, real estate or not, you have to ask. Okay. And so on this social media, it's asking to connect. Then it's asking, and you'll see the second message is, hey, would you be ready? Could we just connect for, a quick 10-minute phone call? That's the most effective way to get them to communicate with them. And again, that's in those sentences I have, but basically it is connecting with them. And you may even want to do, because your niche is millennials, you may want to do in the search bar, in quote marks, put realtor, and then in quote marks, do millennial, and then in quote marks, do DFW, okay? And you can play around with that, but when you hit enter, you'll have hundreds of quote unquote prospects, okay, for you. And that, again, your choice, do you want to go through all 100, because you can't just send out a LinkedIn blast to all 200 of them. You have to individually connect with everyone. So if you don't want to spend $8 per hour, if you want to do it, you can, but you can just spend $8 per hour and have this guy do it. So I just have my guy do 1 hour a day. Mm-hmm. And he pays thousands of dollars too, okay? and so it's like, wow, this is a good return on investment.
Yeah, definitely.
8 times 5 is $40, folks. It's a $40 a week, and it makes thousands of dollars a month every month for me for the rest of my life and my children's life. It's like, this is a no-brainer. Okay, so that'll get you started as far as, so the key points, you have to connect with agents. So any way that you can connect with agents, you start at the warmest point, the agents that I know, and then you can go to, again, I recommend you go to LinkedIn and then connect with them, ask them for a short 10-minute call. And again, I have some ways to phrase that I have found most effective in order for people to connect and then people be willing. So to give you an example, just today, I've gotten 2 leads from JR, the LinkedIn guy, okay? And I've already followed up with one of the agents that wants to go to my GPS on Thursday, and the other agent wants to go to my mastermind tomorrow.
Great, yeah.
And so it's like, oh my God, can you imagine if you could, and you'll make more money. Ultimately, you have the opportunity to make more money in this than you ever will in your commissions in real estate.
Yes. Just to add for that, you know, I run across agents that have already built their teams out, and you know, they're making between. I mean, it's to me, it's you know, it's between it's a lot of money to me. It's between like $10,000 to $15,000 dollars a month.
Yeah.
And in order to get that, you know, same return, if you were going to invest in like stocks, or if you were going to do it like invest in real estate, doing flips or rentals, you would have to invest, you know, a couple of $1 million in order to get the same return that you know, these agents are already getting. And so that's why I'm just very, very intrigued on and wanting to start doing this, because, you know, it's this system, I really don't see it anywhere else. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, so this particular system, the only other player that was very successful with it was Keller Williams. Keller Williams uses almost the exact same, or better stated, we use almost the exact same model that Keller Williams does. You get a piece of their commissions. The only difference is, and that's why Keller Williams became the fastest growing real estate company ever before us, and so we're like 3 times faster in half the time than Keller Williams, who was the fastest broker. And so it's really incredible. You know, we're at 29,000 agents right now, and all within 10 years. You know, there's just never been this growth. It took Keller Williams 20 years to get 10,000 agents, you know. And so the difference is that we pay 20 to 40 times more than Keller Williams, because we do what's called revenue share, take it off the top, versus profit share. And the reason where does all this money come from? Well, it comes from, like, so your commissions that you got 80% of your commissions, 20% went to the company. Well, that 20% is redistributed back to all of us. We're not paying for brick and mortar. Like Keller Williams had to pay paid over $800 million, almost $1 billion last year on brick and mortar. And there's no need to have offices anymore. Nobody uses them. And we actually have more offices, Regis.com, than any other broker in any market with Regis.com, but we don't pay for it. So because we've eliminated about 95% of the cost of a typical broker, we're able to pay off the top, and why we could pay 20 to 40 times more. So what in essence we are is the Amazon of real estate. On that, okay? So I think you know where to get agents from, you know what to, you know, share with them. And now I wanted to share with you the specifics on the money, just so you understood. So see that where it says your share of 20%, and I'm getting my pointer. Can you see my pointer there?
yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay. So your share of 20%, you can see at the bottom, we pay it all out. We give all the money back to the agents. So we not only give you the stock and NASDAQ stock, which is, you know, number 4, part of number 4 in my GPS, that and now you get revenue share. Now this is how it plays out though. So Victor will use you as an example. So you invite 3 of those agents from your closings last month. And let's say one says, hey, you know, this sounds great. And let's say they join this month and they have a closing. And they have a closing of, excuse me, of gross commissions of $10,000. Now, on that agent, you'll be paid up to $2,800 every year, because it starts over the cap of just $16,000 starts over the next year, which is about 2.6 million. Now, out of the 20% that we take, we're going to pay you, Victor. We're going to wire it into your account next month on that $10,000 deal. 17.5% of that 20% is $350. So we're going to wire you. So the 22nd of next month, we're going to wire you $350, and you weren't involved with that agent. You didn't know about the deal. It didn't take you any time. The only thing you did was you called that agent. You showed your leadership, and you showed how you wanted to bless other people, specifically real estate agents and brokers, and how you said, look, I want to bless you. And all you did was invite them to the GPS to your success. And from there, or the doctankwebinar.com, the different strategies we just did, and you'll get 17.5% every closing, up to $2,800 every year on that agent. Now, what's going to happen is that agent is going to say, hey, I want to share the good news. I want to bless agents. So when they ask, once you get, so see that on the right column, once you've invited 5 agents, so you invited those 3 agents that joined last month, and you closed with last month, the 2 deals that you have now, and that gives you 5 agents. Well, every time those 5 agents invite an agent, you're going to be paid on those agents 20% of the 20%, okay, up to $3,200. Do you follow that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one way, there's many ways to become independently wealthy just on this step 5. You can do it with the different investments we have. You can do it with growing your business. You can do it with the stock. I have a couple people that are millionaires just with the stock. And so you can do it in a lot of different ways. But just in this one model in step 5, on one of the many ways to get passive income is through inviting agents and sharing this good news. That one way is get 40 agents, because look at this, that when I get 40 agents, those agents have invited agents from the first to second, invite those agents of the second, invite to the third, invite to the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. And well, you're getting paid on all of it. And look at the 7th tier. You'll get paid up to $4,000. That's when they cap $4,000, or 25% of the 20% you're going to get with 40 agents. So my question to you, Victor, is, hey, would it be a good goal, good objective is, I'd like to invite 40 agents that join, and in what time period would I want to do? Now, let me just help you that we had Brent Gold in 8 months. He got 68 agents, okay? Well, that's pretty darn rocking, and I don't think, that you need. But would it be realistic to say 2 agents a month? That, if you're going to invest an hour on Friday, invite the agents to maybe the mastermind group on Tuesday. Remember, I'm going to do all the recruiting. You're not doing anything after that. I take them, and they end up at the GPS. I text them the steps to come to be able to enjoy all this. And it takes about 45 minutes, folks. You can have all of this abundance sitting here waiting for you, on that. But looking at that, is that how you think maybe, does the thought come to you, hey, I'd like to get, 40 agents, or maybe it's, hey, I'd like to get, 10 agents by the end of the year, or whatever. What do you think sounds good?
Yeah, 2 agents is definitely doable. If I'm spending at least an hour a week, or just inviting agents, yeah, I should be able to do that. It seems very achievable.
Yeah. So we have about 8 months left, and so you'd have 16, which means you'd be paid on all 3 levels. I'm sorry, on 4 levels. You'd have 16 agents, and you'd be paid on all 4 levels, right?
Right. Yeah.
See that? And so because you'd have 2 agents a month for 8 months. I find my pointer here. I lost my pointer. Oh, there it is. And so which means you get paid on this line, and on that line, and then you'd be working toward, you'd be close to that. So in about by the end of you would just about be, so at the end of next year, you'd be independently wealthy with that, is you'd have over 25 and, with 25 agents and agents inviting agents. Have you ever heard of a plan where in about a year and a half, you could be independently wealthy for the rest of your life?
I haven't.
Me
I have
either.
not.
I have not either. And we have literally thousands of agents that are doing this and making just, amazing money. So let me
Yeah.
kind of keep it simple here for you that let's just say, so in the next 3 months, here's your scenario. In the next 3 months, because you said you wanted to get 2 per month, you'd have 6 agents. And we're going to assume those agents are cappers, which again means they do about 2.6 million. And most agents, by the way, are not. However, most of my agents end up having like $25,000 or more a month in commissions as long as they do what I say. And you're one of those agents that are doing what I'm saying, a brand new agent out of the chute. You got all this business going. And so, so we will help them, the 5 steps help agents to become cappers, okay? So we're going to assume that they do at least 2.6 million. Well, that's $16,800 you'd be paid in the next year on these closes, okay? And that they'd have and wired in the next month. So you just need one agent to get the money. It's not like, oh, I got to wait till I have 40 agents to get paid. You get paid on everybody based on what, that chart that we just said. So the first line people, and when you get your first agent, you get paid. And on their first closing, you'll get paid the 22nd of next month. Well, our cap is $16,000. So you're going to be paid just with 6 agents in the next 3 months. You'd be paid $16,800, assuming they're cappers, right? Which means you make over 100% of your commission. So now you're making 100% of your commission, because I have a lot of agents say, oh, well, I already make 100% of my commission. I go, is that all? Because there's a lot of, but it gets better. Let's say that those agents just invite one agent, okay, and they're cappers, and now you're making $3,000 per month on average, plus you gave us 6 agents, and we're going to give you $2,400 in today's stock price. So in today's stock, and our stock didn't fall as much as everybody else's because we're so cutting edge and high tech and everything. In fact, a few days when the stock market dropped by over 1,000, that we actually were up. And so this stock is just incredible. So, and that's a whole nother story. We're not even talking about that. Just by you inviting agents, blessing agents, sharing this good news, $3,000 per month. Now, let me ask you, Victor, $3,000 per month, passive income, what would that do in your life as far as, do you think that might change your life?
Yeah, it's a new car. It's a trip. It's a trip to another country, or
Yeah.
it's pretty yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. With 3,000 now, like I say to people, hey, it'll, pay your mortgage, pay your car, and, you can save money for that trip where you want to go, And by the way, we planned 5 trips so far now, because we're just biting at the bit, and we're going, Europe, Egypt, and all kinds of places. But we don't want to wear our masks, because masks give you, that's a whole other story. And but what an amazing opportunity for $3,000. But it gets even better. And Victor, this is very real, and this can happen. And so what I do, I specialize in helping people do a 5-year business plan, and really a 5-year, what it is, a 5-year financial plan to financial independence. But look at this. We call it 10 will give you 10. And so just get 10 agents. So again, based on what you were looking at, that, that within the next 5 months, so before the end of the year, Get 10 agents. And remember, I'm going to help you. Me and my team are going to help you with this. We have lunch and learns all over the US. I have Zoom meetings, you know, individually. I have the one on Thursday. So we have all kinds of opportunity to share the good news anywhere in America. Well, 10 agents at 2,800 bucks would be 28 grand a year. Not bad, but still, we're not here for that. And I know you and wanting to be an investor and have big term dreams. So what I'll do, and my commitment to you and all of you out there, is I'll help each one of those 10. So I'll help you get you 10, but I'll help each one of those 10 get 10 agents. So 10 times 10, and they'll watch this video. You can share this video then with them and say, hey, here's how you become independently wealthy, one of the many ways. But 10 times 10 is 100. And if they're all cappers, which I will again help with that too, with the mindset, the leads program, training, and all these resources we have, the 350 people, 12 departments, technology department, I mean, all this stuff. But look at the money on that. And so about $250,000 passive income a year. And again, I got lots of agents that are doing this and much more. Because the beauty is that about 98% of the market is still open. 98% of the agents are with somebody else. That we only have 2%, we're the 5th largest broker, but so there's plenty of opportunity. I have just in the last, I don't know, 5 days, I've recruited 7 agents, you know, so in the last 5 days. And I have all the time in the world, as you know, and I'm having fun and singing, and I got a haircut and got a massage, went to Ozone, which is a cool place, and a whole other story. But it actually is a better story than what I'm sharing with you, because those 10 agents, actually you'd be paid on the 3rd level. So you'd be paid about $500,000 a year. And just on 10. So does that make you think, hey, maybe I want to do 10 a little bit quicker?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's real and it's easy. And so to give you an idea, just on how agents invite agents, so you don't think like, oh, I got to do this for the rest of my life or anything. Remember, I told you with Frank Gold, he's pictured on the right there, that, you know, he got 68 agents and he said he's done. You know, it took him 8 months to do it. So, you know, this doesn't have to be a really, the only barrier we have is our own thoughts on, you know, whether or not we have confidence in ourselves. That I'm telling you, the business model is the best ever. And like you say, you've never, you know, seen such a good one either. But Juan and Bettina, they were, their goal was less than you. They only said, look at, you know, they got 14 agents in, and your goal would be 12 agents. They got 14 agents. Well, they've been with us now for about 3 years, and they make, like, on average, at least 12 grand a month in this passive income. Not to mention, remember, because you invite agents, you get stock, and you know, when you cap, you get stock, and they have about $250,000 worth, or $250,000 of stock went down a little, $250,000 worth of stock. And so it's like, oh my God, but see how agents invite agents. So they just invited 14. Those 14 invited 37. Those 37 invited 34 in the first year. Well, that continued to grow, and that's why they're making 12 grand a month passive income. Wilco's making probably over 30 grand a month, and he did, see what he had, 22 agents at 7 months. So he did about 3 agents a month. So if you want to, so be thinking about that. Wow, he did 3 agents a month, and he's making 30 grand a month. That's pretty easy. Kind of cool. And Jeff and Amanda, they're so funny. They didn't care anything about this. They only wanted my leads program and all that good stuff. And now they really care about it. They make about 8 grand a month passive income. And they're the ones, they do 1 agent a month. Okay. But see, they had 68 because agents invite agents. And again, I'm involved in all those other levels, if you will, in order to help you. And I have plenty of capacity because, again, we have Zoom and we're able to do it in front of, you know, lots of people. And so basically, you know, the question is, hey, you know, is real estate's evolving, and are we? And you know, cloud-based, I mean, with all these changes that have happened in the world, we got to go cloud-based. You can do this all. You don't need to meet anybody. This doesn't have to be, you don't have to worry about the 6-foot distance. You know, I haven't done any 6-foot, I haven't been in person like in those 7 that I just recruited. And I didn't do any in person other than you know, live with them, touching them, you know, near the, it was all done via Zoom and phone call, that, you know, being able to connect with people. And then this last one is the unparalleled investment. There's investment opportunities that we didn't talk about today. It's not for today, but this residual passive income. It's just incredible. So again, those 5 steps that we today talked about, that passive income. And tell me, Victor, do you have, what did you like best?
Yes, I really like the tips of where to get agents. That is a place that where I'm going to go ahead and look at what I have in my contacts, and of course the closings that I've done and are doing. So I'm going to go ahead and just follow up with that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's real. I come across agents that, you know, that are a part of this program, and yeah, they are making, you know, $10,000, $15,000 a month.
Right.
So it's definitely doable.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I need to go ahead and just pursue more.
Yeah. 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 It's all a matter of focus. Whatever I focus my attention on grows. And remember, I'd have the attitude about this isn't work or sacrifice or hard, none of that stuff. This is, hey, why don't I bless an agent today? You know, I want to go bless an agent. I'm going to go bless them, share with this good news. You know, if they say no, it's no big deal, because we're not selling anything other than more business and wealth for them. And of course, for you, for our families, for everybody that, and it's really the way, you know, Mark Cuban just did a interview about how capitalism now is really about sharing all of the wealth. And that's like, this model is like I've never seen, where it shares the company as far as the stock wealth, but then it shares the revenue, their revenue, and they literally give it all back to all of us and redistribute it. And so, yeah, so I love that. And then again, you know, you just get a hold of me. The last other thing, if you do show the dochankwebinar.com, if you do show that and sit with somebody and they're on the phone or you're in person, whatever, you know, however, and at the end, the question to always ask is this, and it's a great question in your real estate, like if you're showing a home or whatever, but I would get used to saying this sentence all the time, because it's just a great, it starts it all positive, and here it is. It's, what did you like best? So not what did you like, or no, what did you think? If you say, what did you think? You open it up to a can of worms. You know, that could be a listing. You know, I thought that house sucked, you know, or whatever. But if you say, hey, what did you like best? It forces people to look at, what did you like best? And that's why I ask you that question on, hey, what do you like best? And really, it's just tweaking this, Victor. It's just change it a little. It's kind of like a baseball player that, you know, in college, a baseball player that hits 200 doesn't go to the major league. The baseball player that hits 300 goes to the major league and makes millions of dollars. And the only difference on that multi-million-dollar earner is that that baseball player, that person, makes one more hit every 10 times at bat, okay? And what we're saying here is, just by you making this little change and to focus on how can I bless some other agents with this good news, it is by far, if you just take it for what this business model is in these 5 steps, there's no other place in America that I've ever seen that has anything even close to it. It is a blessing. And if people want to continue to fight for their lack and limitation, you know, that's fine, and it's whatever. But we want to be able to bless them. And now you know the steps to be able to have passive income for you and your family for the rest of your life, while blessing all these people. Amen.
Yes.
Fantastic. Any other thoughts before we leave?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start, like I said, I'm definitely going to go ahead and, just tweaking it a little bit on what um, what I say to agents and, how I say it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and start implementing these tips. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Love you. The other last thing is that I wouldn't bring up EXP at all because
Right.
my GPS is really 5 steps here that puts EXP on steroids, put real estate on steroids. They don't have the mindset, whatever. However, their business model is just the best to be able to get stock in this revenue share and lead programs and, resources like that. And the reason why is we want to have people that have an open mind. And again, it doesn't matter whether or not they join EXP. They should know this opportunity is there for them and their families. And I thank you so much, Victor, for asking. And when you ask, you receive, baby. And you got the answers now. So go get them, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Hank, for your time.
Okay, thank you. And to all of you, love you guys. Thank you. And know that this is your time to have more wealth and business at Agent Wealth Success. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.